Chapter 1. Droplet the Silkwing was a shy, obedient dragon with water blue scales and silver spectacles that always slid down her snout at any sudden movement. She never liked loud places, and now she was headed to one of the loudest places there could be, Jade Mountain Academy. Her parents had forced her into it after 3 years of homeschooling. They said it would be good for her, whatever that meant. Surely a place with chaos, loud dragons, and drama wouldn't be good for her, but her parents obviously thought otherwise. It was horrifying, but it was worth a try. Jade Mountain finally came into view. The sharp, jagged peak looked like a snake about to strike the cloud with one furious bite. She shivered at the thought she had finally landed when her legs buckled under her and she stumbled to the ground, a great way to start your first day, she thought sarcastically. Her heart dropped, swung, and spun, and she felt like she was going to throw up as she neared the entrance. She took 3 quick, deep breaths and stepped into the towering cave. She immediately almost crashed into someone, a Nightwing. This day was only going to get more embarrassing. The Nightwing stepped back and said, "Welcome to Jade Mountain Academy. I'm Peacemaker. I'm not really a teacher like the others. I just like helping around wherever I can." He was far too loud in Droplet's opinion, and he talked way too fast for her to understand. But she would have to bear with it until she was able to go to her cave. "Yeah, I'm Droplet," she muttered, feeling overwhelmed by the dragon's excitability. He dropped a scroll to the ground and started consulting it, murmuring her name until he looked up again and said, "Found you. Your cave is the first one down that hallway." He pointed toward one of the passages that was in the far left corner of the large cave and handed her 2 scrolls. "That's your welcome scroll and your map, and enjoy your time at Jade Mountain." He waved enthusiastically as she left and yelled, "If you need help, I'll probably be doing something fun." She walked towards her cave and looked around, trying to take in everything she saw. Stalagmites and stalactites hanging from the ceiling and spiking up from the ground, flame silk lanterns hanging from the ceiling that shimmered like overgrown fireflies, dragons that she had only read about in books, and scrolls chatting in the hallway, and of course she almost crashed into a sandwing tail barb. He gave her a nasty snarl. "Watch where you're going." "Eep," she yelped, leaping back and diving into her cave with a sigh of relief. She set down her scrolls and looked around. There were 3 hammocks hanging above, and a small shelf full of books. She looked around and noticed 2 identical Rainwing, Icewing hybrids, both icy white and pale yellow ones. "Hey there," the female one said. "I'm Noodle. What's your name?" "My name is Droplet," she whispered, feeling quite nervous to be talking to other dragons. "Droplet, what a pretty name. It suits you, by the way. This is Bandana," she nudged.